Hey, this is Mic'd Up. I'm your host, Cal.
And I'm Olivia. Today we have Paralysis in the studio to play us a couple of songs from their new EP, Buried.
We're going to sit them down and ask them a few questions, but first, their bio. Paralysis are an up-and-coming metal band that started back in 2016. They came out with their first EP in 2019 named Buried. They have performed at the Oshawa Music Hall once and are soon to perform there again on March 14th. The wait is over. Paralysis playing In Lies We Trust.
Look towards the sky, watch your word burn, watch it die. You wonder why there's lies deep inside those human eyes. Nothing is the same, who's all to blame? You bring upon all the shame. In lies we trust, in lies we trust. Hear it leaders speak, feel the fire and it's heat. Another child murdered in the streets. Nobody ever speaks up. When will it be enough? When will the silent majority rise just for once? Nothing is the same. Who's all to blame? You bring upon all the shame. In lies we trust. In lies we trust. Religion, what a single lie. You don't know where you'll go. Nothing is the same. Who's all to blame? You bring upon all the shame. In lies we trust. In lies we trust. And it's just a must. In lies we trust. In lies we trust. In lies we trust.
Great performance by Paralysis. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll be asking them a few questions.
Hello folks, are you looking for some good old-fashioned family entertainment? Well, look no further than the most exciting thing to roll into an empty parking lot this autumn. It's a car! This non-moving marvel of mechanical engineering is a godsend of advanced technological transportation. And for this weekend only, you can come here to this parking lot and look at it. Just listen to a testimonial from this upstanding Canadian citizen.
Well, I have my own car, so one being in this parking lot isn't super special. I guess this one's blue. Mine's not blue. That's kind of cool, I guess.
This baby's got all the options. Tires, a back, it's blue, and it has 5 seats. 5 seats! Whatever plans you had this weekend, cancel them. You don't need them. This is what you need. Come here this weekend. You can pay at the entrance. Tickets are probably affordable.
Welcome back. We have Paralysis interview styles. Thanks for joining us, guys.
No problem.
Thanks for having us, man.
Really appreciate being here.
No problem.
Go ahead.
Okay. So how long have you guys been in a band for?
It's kind of a complicated situation here, but he was doing something with our drummer, and then I was doing something for years. But us together, we got together in about grade 9,
Yeah,
and
so
we
2016.
Just, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So since we've been in grade 9, we are about to graduate from high school right now. So yeah, we've been going for quite a bit, but yeah, about 2016, 2017, right around there is when we fully said this is what we want to do.
Right.
So yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. So where do you guys get your inspiration from when writing your music?
Again, it's kind of a different thing with that because he's predominantly the music writer with our drummer and our bass player, and I write a lot of the lyrics. So I like to write from lyrically about real things that happen. I'm not really into the whole Dungeons and Dragons kind of heavy metal stuff from the 80s where I like writing about real things that happen nowadays. So the In Lies We Trust, the one we just played, was a lot of it's about like political incorrection in our eyes and a lot of things that happen now. So we don't want to look back and we don't want to look ahead. We want to look at what's going on right now.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's predominantly where I get all my writing style from.
Cool.
And yeah.
For music, I can probably speak for the rest of us in the band there because we don't really do too much with lyrics. But musically, we look at a lot of the older stuff, such as like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath. I mean, look at what they're doing. We're like, okay, how can we put that into today's music? How can we make it so if they heard our stuff, they would be like, man, these guys are on the right track, right? So that's where we get our inspiration from.
Right. Yeah, I heard a lot of like Iron Maiden a little bit in that.
Yeah, totally, man.
Some
That's
people
some of the
say
stuff
2
we
minutes to midnight.
Yeah.
So yeah, again back to that, like who are your big influences in music? Who do you like kind of relate to the most?
For me, like on guitar, it was definitely growing up. It was the big three. I'll say is Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath, Randy Rhoads, who was the first guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne,
Okay.
and lastly was Dimebag Darrell from Pantera and Damageplan. Those guys were the big three for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I think I'm into all kinds of different stuff, but predominantly my main influences are Motley Crue, or one of my favorite bands. I mean, they're on the shirt, you know. Vince Neil was like the front man for me, but also just growing up, I was into like Queen and Ozzy Osbourne and Alexis on Fire, and 9 Inch Nails. The list can go on, but predominantly those were really my big, huge influences that made me want to do music. And,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you guys have a highlight from your career since high school there?
We got a few.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple. I think one that always stuck out to me was how I met my drummer. I was sitting in, it was our first day of grade 9, and everybody's all nervous, and you're like, yeah, but none of us really cared because you had that. We walked in with that state of mind, like every rocker would, like, yeah, if anybody screws us up, we're gonna go back at them type of thing.
Yeah.
So I remember meeting him. He walks into our gym class, and he drops his papers just everywhere, and he's like, yeah, hi, my name's Tavish. I think I'm supposed to be here. And I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then a couple weeks later, he's like, yeah, I'm going to introduce you to my buddy, Alex. So, of course, him. And we're in a friend's garage, who was our original bass player. He's like, oh, yeah, we're going to jam in this garage. And he opens up the garage, and there's like a hole in the roof. And then there's him. And he's like, oh, hey there, by the way, I'm Alex, because he just got home from Newfoundland. So he's talking with this like Newfoundland accent. But that was always just the starting of us for like the first 6 months was always just a comeback to me. It's like, yeah, it's humble to, I think, remember where we came from and always remember that as we're going up.
Right.
So, yeah.
Cool. Very
See,
cool.
for me, I think, like you said, like we have so many good memories over the years. Because I mean, we've been together since the start of high school.
Yeah.
But a little while ago in November, we played a really big show, and I can remember like we're just killing it. Like the crowd's going nuts, and I'm into it. Our drummer's into it. Bass player's killing it. And I look over at Stevie, and halfway through the lyric, he drops the mic, but no one notices, and all of a sudden you just hear. And no one else noticed.
Yeah.
It's kinda like, I just gave him that look like, I see that.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So yeah, we know you guys have played at the Oshawa Music Hall before. What is that like experience like, and do you ever get nervous before performing?
It's insane, honestly, because I know a lot of like the local guys that we came up with. Like, with that show, there was a couple different bands, and they're pretty known locally. One was known as Nothing Special. They're pretty big, and another one, they're Oak Arrest and Poor Judgment. And at this point, they're very well known on the local scene, but. We had the biggest turnout, and it was our first really big show, and it was like we walk out, we're not expecting that many people, and then later to find out there was like 355 people just for our first show. And to play the music hall, it's insane because so many artists that we love have played the music hall. Like Big Rex played the music hall, and Our Lady Peace used to play there, and like Tom Cochrane and Red Rider, and like all these big Canadian bands. Like another local Oshawa band that are their legends are known as the Killer Dwarfs. They used to play there, and then 5 years later after playing there, they blow up and go on tour with Iron Maiden, and it's like it's insane to be like, wow, we're playing this place as our first show. Most bands start off in these tiny little like.
Yeah, for sure. That's pretty. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So we were really lucky to get the experience that we had.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.
So what's next for Paralysis in 2020?
The next, so far we have a pretty big show coming up. The lead singer George Petit from band Alexis on Fire.
Okay.
They're pretty big in Canada, I'd like to think.
Yeah.
He's in a solo project called Dead Tired, and after that show, the promoter of the venue actually asked if we wanted to open up for them.
Oh, cool.
So that's going to be
Awesome.
April 25th? No.
No,
March
25th.
14th.
March 14th, dude. March break. Yeah, but we got our next EP coming out soon. We each all have some I got some solo material coming out. He's got some solo stuff on the way in the works. Couple more shows probably coming along, and
It's a busy year.
Oh yeah, totally busy year, man. Hopefully, finish up high school, and then
Who knows?
who knows after that, right?
Yeah.
That's
Very cool.
awesome. Thanks, guys, for sitting down with us. Stick around because we have another performance right after this break.
Here in the broadcasting program at Durham College, you will learn how to create and produce broadcast quality products. You will gain hands-on experience with audio engineering, the techniques of hosting, being a professional producer, and who knows where else your career can take you. With broadcasting, you can do it all.
Welcome back. This is Paralysis playing Mental Cases.
Well, I have something that's been on my mind. It's been messing with my brain for quite some time. It's maybe fiction, but it seems stranger than that. Quit talking, you're not helping at all. Lock me up with the crazies. Dial up the number 5150. Tell them I'm going crazy. Put me in a padded cell, leave me alone. Show me how, treat me like dirt, cause I already am. Well, I'm like every other mental case, walking in and out of here, repeating the same words, repeat them in my head, until I get the point, cause you can't confess to a dead man. Lock me up with the crazies. Dial up the number 5150. Tell them I'm going crazy. Lock me up with the crazies. Dial up the number 5150. Tell them I'm going crazy. Put me in a padded cell, leave me alone. Show me how, treat me like dirt, cause I already am. Well, I'm like every other mental case, walking in and out of here. Well, I'm like all the other mental cases, walking in and out of here.
Thanks a lot, guys, for coming on the show. This was Paralysis. I'm mic'd up. Cheers, everyone. Drive safe.